Hello folks, and welcome to video number 125. This video is on converting area and volume. Tricky little topic, this one. So the keywords here are area, volume and scale factor. I'll introduce you to these now, but there'll be a lot more on them in the next section, the geometry and measures section. So area is the space inside a 2D shape that's measured in squared units. Volume is the space inside a 3D object that's measured in cubed units. And the scale factor is how many times bigger something is, or smaller. So to convert area, you need to find the conversion factor and multiply or divide by the conversion factor twice. The units will be in squared units. To do the volume, you need to work out the conversion factor. So you need to know your metric conversions, basically. And then you multiply or divide by the conversion factor 3 times. The units will be cubed. Okay, so let's have a look at this first question and try and do some of it without a calculator. So convert the following areas into meters squared. Now, what we know is that 100 centimeters are in 1 meter, all right? So 100 times 100 is 100 centimeters squared. Is 10,000 centimeters squared. So 100 times 100 is 10,000 centimeters squared. 1 meter times 1 meter is 1 meter squared. So 1 meter squared is equal to 10,000 centimeters squared, and that's the really tricky thing to get your head around here. There are 10,000 little square centimeters in 1 meter squared. Okay, but what we can do is we can do the calculation, and we can do it the way that I've said here, right, to kind of negate that difficulty and that difficult thing to understand. So I'm going to divide by 100, because I know there's 100 centimeters in a meter. That's knocking 2 zeros off there. I'm just going to write it down actually. 23000 divided by 100 equals 230. And then 230 divided by 100, so back 2 spaces, is 2.3. So we get the answer there, 2.3 meters squared. All right, pretty tricky, I know, but I'm going to keep saying that throughout the video because it is tricky. It's a horrible little topic. Just be careful. That's all you got to do. Be careful with your calculations. Right, now this one is in millimeters squared. We've got to turn it into meters squared. So there's a couple of things we're going to have to understand here. The conversion rate between centimeters and millimeters. There is, for every 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. So 10 times 10 millimeters times 10 millimeters is going to be 100 millimeters squared, which is 1 centimeter squared. So we can divide by 100 to start off with. All right, I'm just 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 100. That's our 10 times 10. We've done that that conversion factor and multiplied it, divided by it twice, right? Just in one go there. And that's going to just knock 2 zeros off. So I'm just going to do that, right? So I don't have to keep writing it out. And then that's now in centimeters squared, right? Now we need to divide by 10,000. So dividing by 10,000, we're going to go 1, 2, 4 zeros in 10,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 235.6 meters squared. All right, that is a tricky question. Anyway, let's move on to the third one. 0.2 centimeters squared. So back in centimeters squared, we need to divide by 10,000 to turn it into meters squared. I hope you're getting a hang of that now. Divide by 10,000 and you've got it into meters squared. So that means moving back 4 spaces. So let's write out the number here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 decimals now there, 0, 0, 0. So that's going to be 0.00002 meters squared. Just an awkward one. All right, like they all are. Okay, moving on to volumes then. Convert the following volumes into meters cubed. Now, this again, the conversion factor here, if you're thinking about how many centimeters there are in a meter, you know there are 100. Right, and a cube, if a cube is 100 by 100 by 100 centimeters, that is 1 times 1 times 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. So there are 1 million centimeter cubes in a meter cube. All right, and that's a very useful thing to know. I'm going to write that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeter cubes equals 1 meter cube. All right, so with this massive number that we've got here, all we need to do is divide it by 1 million, all right? And that's moving the decimal place back 6 spaces. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 780.0. So 780 meters cubed is what that one is converted into meters cubed. This one's in millimeters cubed. So we've got a couple of things to do here. Let's think about the conversion factor between millimeters and centimeters. So 10 times 10 times 10 is 1000. So there are 1000 millimeter cubes in a centimeter cube. So first of all, we'll divide by 1000, which is 1, 2, 3. Knock those off. That's gone. All right. And then we're going to have to divide again by 1,000,000. All right. Because we're in centimeters cubed now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can knock all those zeros off. So there's our answer to how many meters cubed. It's 4, 3, 5, 6, 2 meters cubed. All right. And the last one, we got this decimal again. So again, hopefully you're getting the hang of it. We're going to divide by 1,000,000 because it's in centimeters cubed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those zeros. 6 zeros in total in front of the 3, 5. So 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5. Okay, hopefully all of that makes perfect sense. Like I said, pretty tricky thing to understand. Right, let's move over to the third question. And let's see what we can write for that one. Now, Yetta has been asked to convert 200 centimeters into 200 centimeters squared into meters squared. She thinks that she needs to divide by 100 because there are 100 centimeters in a meter. Explain why Yetta is wrong. Well, let me just try and get my pen to work again because it doesn't seem to want to be recognizing that it exists. That's a bit irritating because we're nearly at the end of this video. Let's have a little go with the mouse instead. There we go, pick that up. Now, Yetta, there you go. That seems to be working again now. Yetta is correct in thinking that there are 100 centimeters in a meter, but she's incorrect in thinking that she needs to divide by 100 because there are 10,000 centimeters squared in 1 meter squared. All right, and I think that would be a good enough thing to show that explain why she's wrong. All right, because you're demonstrating your understanding that there are 10,000 square centimeters in a meter squared. All right, so it's an introduction to area and volume and the scale factors involved in those things. It's a pretty horrible thing to understand, but hopefully you do have a grasp of it now. Thank you for watching this one, and I will see you once more if you watch another one. Hope you do. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.